is 54, and today I represent a special as well as a tremendous topic, and that is the special economic zone, a catalyst for growth as well as land grabbing in the name of industrialization. And before we understand about the special economic zone, we need to understand about why the special economic zone has been established, and is it past industrialization is not enough. So if we talk about before special economic zones, the industrialization is not that much developed as well as uneven, and therefore also the infrastructure is not that much spread or that much developed like as other developed countries like America or Russia or any other UAE countries, and also the employment opportunities not that much open for the people. And please you can. These all are our content and also. And the special economic zone is a special geographical areas in which the economic laws are more liberal and also more relaxed for the special industries as compared to other areas within that similar countries, which is a conducive environment for the industries growth. And also which attracts the foreign direct investment for any countries, and also it is a protected duty areas for free foreign trade operations, and it's sustainable infrastructure and also a much developed areas, and also it's fostering to the FDIs, exports and employments. And also, before we proceeding about the types or categories of the special economic zones, we need to understand how to reduce the environmental impacts due to the higher industrialization, and also higher industrialization is another reason for pollution. And please you can. And also the special economic zones. Types means it's not uniforms, or it's not different types, it's a uniform basis forms. Like first special economic zones is foreign trade zones, which is based upon the goods and services which are exported and imported without any restriction or without any custom duties. And also another is the economic processing zones. Economic processing zones means whatever may be the product should be made that only export oriented to the rest of the world. And also the free zones means where the tax are more relaxed, and also the port zones as well as the industrial eastern zones and urban industrial zones are more relevant for the global markets. And whenever we talk about special economic zones, we need to know how the special economic zones have been specialized, or what is the history of special economic zones. So, especially in India's first industrializations would have been showing after the forced eras of 1948 or 1948, and also the first special economic zones established in the year of 1965 at Kandla, which is situated at Gujarat, and also therefore the special economic zones have been grown off faster and faster pace. And also objectives of special economic zones. The most important objective is to develop the modern infrastructures which are often insufficient in India as well as in many other underdeveloped countries. And also we need to open the more employment opportunity for those peoples who have not getting jobs. And also another is to more develop and more efficiency to the people of India through special economic zones and through more trade activities. And also, therefore, the special economic zones act like a Iceland of efficiency, Iceland of efficiency in a rigid economies. Oh, thank you. I would like to call to my team member Selena for further.
Good morning, friends. And my dear friends. I would like to explain it as a growth catalyst. India is a country which is in its high census. There is new kind of industries like power facilities and also the there is the business which is too simpler, the taxes are so lower, and also the trade is open to all the global economy. So I would like to explain what is the SEZ as growth catalyst. First, we need to know what is catalyst, what does it mean by catalyst, and how catalyst is used for the SEZ as the name of industrialization. Catalyst is the substances that needs the rapid industrialization where there is no barriers to its expansion path. Similarly, SEZ as the growth catalyst where there the industrialization there is no barriers to its exports, to its FDI policy and also the global trade economy. So, in this catalytic factors, I would like to explain the main catalytic factors as the export-led growth, employment, technology transfer, and backward linkages. The export-led growth, where it is placed as the prominent catalytic factors, where the countries produce goods and services like play and plug and play role. Like it is plays a leading sector where the goods are produced not for only the domestic sector but also the international market. There is a new foreign trade policy which is for the incentives to the business. Similarly, as explain the second most factor, employment, it creates the large scale of direct jobs where there is, if we see the current data set, like Ministry of Labour and Employment programs, that signifies that 64 million crore of employment that has been provided to the workforce, and comparing to the previous 47 million crore of jobs in the employment market in 2012 to 13 year. Similarly, if we see the shift in the global economy, like employment segment in different era, like first we have to discuss the pre-industrialization, that is pre-independence period, where the agriculture sector which dominates the economy, where there is the growth rate is so lower. After the post-independence, where the industrialization dominates the sectors, the growth was little bit improved. Then after 1991, WTO replaced the GATT policy by removing some restriction like 1948 industrial policy, 1980 industrial policy, that was replaced by the MATP Act and Compensation Act, where the employment rate boost rapidly. Then if we explain the next part, the um, the technology transfer. In the technology transfer, it attracts the MNCs where the capital of technology were imported and technology is merged with our local economy and plays a vital role that's help to technology enhancement. Similarly, if we say the backward linkages, the economy now presenting the local domestic era that is emerged with the MNC sectors, the foreign technology, and now if we see the quality Mahindra Act that is emerged with the Japanese Act, now they are mostly playing a mutual agreement where there is both parties technology are mixed and the technology is presenting that the local domestic which is backward in technology now it is improving. Similarly, as we see the growth as catalytic factor, how it helps to rapid expansion of industrialization. I would like to explain the factors like export, FDI and employment in two periods. One that is pre-SEZ and post-SEZ. That I have divided two periods, 1991 to 2004 and post-SEZ as 2005 to till present. Where there we can see export leads the massive growth in the global economy. There is pre-SEZ period 35.42 billion has jumped into 85.3 billion in the post-SEZ period, where the FDI, the foreign technology, the employment rate is significantly boosting the export growth. Similarly, if we see the FDI, where the India and China now in their 100% free tax exemption, where they both exempt adopt some exemption policy on exports and also the import-led factors where the where the export is performing well in our global economy. Similarly, FDI also have a massive growth in our industrial sector, which is 32.88 billion to stated as 1.14 billion. Similarly, as we can see, employment level that is growth as 459.10 billion to 643.3 billion. If we see it as graphically, that is export, FDI and employment. Among this, FDI has the largest growth rate in the economy. Similarly, if we see some challenges to its catalyst growth, like however the SEZ as catalyst is most prominent factor or powerful framework to boosting the economic sector, but it faces some serious challenges that we can say some environmental degradation, climatic change, resource depletion, and waste management that we have need to consideration. Also the land issues comes under this. Now concluding to my part, I would say that SEZ as growth catalyst is playing the most prominent role in lesson. So I would like to conclude like that. To my friends, Subhan.
Thank you, Selena. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Subhan Rana, room number 65. Here I am going to discuss the land grabbing and their issues. Land grabbing means large-scale acquisition of land by the government, companies, or the industrial projects. It is often done without proper consent, higher compensation, or rehabilitation for local people. Here, there are some critical issues which I explain. First, major issue is the displacement of local communities. Means beyond just losing a home, displacement creates a refugees of development when farmers or tribal people population are moved, they are often pushed into the urban slums or peripheral market. This creates two major issues like skill mismatch and gender dimension. Skill mismatch means a person who has spent 30 years of farming typically does not have the technical skill required for the high-tech industrial plants. And second is that gender dimension. Women in these communities often suffer more than a man, as they typically lost their access to common resources. And second major issue is inadequate compensation. Economically, compensation is usually calculated on recorded land value, which is often much lower than the market value. This creates problems like international wealth and the intangible assets. International wealth means land is a permanent asset that provides for future generation. But a one-time cash payment is not sufficient for their livelihood. And second is intangible assets. Means how do we put a price on the land which is emotionally and culturally attached with the farmers. For them, land is not a commodity, it is a part of their identity. And third major issue is loss of livelihood. Means due to the displacement, agricultural income disappears, lack of skill prevent affected people from getting their industrial jobs. And fourth major issue is environmental damage. Means environmental damage refers to the deforestation, population pollution, and loss of biodiversity. Industrial project may harm water resources and soil quality. And fifth issue is inequality and social conflict. And this point focuses on political economy. Benefits go to the corporation or the urban cities or the local communities bear the cost. And sixth major issue is cultural and social disparities. In this process, you can see that when government industrializing industrial project, they occupy land. So government and industries displacement farmers for their land, and so this leads to the loss of livelihood and cultures. So they protest and social conflicts occurs. In this table, I summarize the major impact and its meaning and the primary affected regions. First issue is displacement, means loss of bones and the lands without compensation. Primary affected regions are Sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia. And in Odisha, Keonjhar, Champu and Borbil, in Sundargarh, Raukela and Birabhadrapur. Second issue is water grabbing, means investors diverting water for industrial crops, leaving locals dry. And primary affected region is East Africa. Land third major issue is land income, means 10% of farms now control 75% of the farmland. And primary affected region is Latin America and Purapur and Rayagada. And fourth major issue is carbon ownership, means land taken from offsets to allow each nation to keep pollution. And primary affected region is global south. Thank you. I would invite Avantika to proceed.
My name is Avantika Pradhan. My roll number is 85. My topic is about which kind of social economic zone and land grabbing. Both are have positive impact and negative impact. So, special economic zone have some positive impact like economic growth, job creation, foreign investment, better infrastructure, and export increase. And have some negative impact like land loss for farmer, displacement of people
also have some positive impact like industrial project helps and support urban development, attract investment, and some negative issues like loss of livelihood, forced displacement, social conflict, environmental harm, and food insecurities. So in my next slide, I want to explain impact of agricultural sector, manufacturing sector, and service sector of special economic zone. So, in agricultural sector, there will be provide compensation to farmers, development of infrastructure, and growth of agro-based industry. These are positive side. And loss of agricultural land, decline in food production, and shift to low-skill jobs. These are negative side. And in manufacturing sector, also have boost export-oriented industries, generate large-scale employment, attract foreign direct investment. These are positive side, and also have negative side like low wage and contractual job, benefit mainly large companies and regional imbalance. And in service sector, growth of IT, finance, logistics, create skill job, promote urban development. These are positive side. And in negative slide like benefit mostly urban educated people, increase inequality, pressure on housing and infrastructure. So in my next slide, I want to explain how special economic zone work in China and in India. There will be a comparison analysis between China and India. So in China, special economic zone introduced in 1978, but in India it was introduced 2000 and officially worked in 2005. Main object of China is industrialization and global trade integration under special economic zone. But in India, main focus on export promotion and provide employment to labor. In China, large cities like special economic zone, for example, taken Shenzhen, around 493 square kilometer. But in India, there will be small and fragmented special economic zone. In China, there will be few special economic zone, but very large. But in India, there will be more than 276 operational special economic zone. China contributes 20 to 22% of GDP in economy, 60% of total export, and 45% of total foreign direct investment. But in India, around 13 to 15% of GDP contribution, 35 to 40% export, and very few foreign direct inflow. So China also use some model like integrated industrial economic system. It include industries, housing, ports under special economic zone. But in India, that was used like fragmented industries. It include industrial parks and IT zones. China government was very regulated and very strict. But in India, there will be available two government like central government and state government. For any project, we face some confusion and difficulties for any project. And for any project approval in China, that was very fast and flexible. But in India, that was very slow and bureaucratic. China infrastructure was world class, but in India, that was almost developing. China mainly focused on manufacturing sector and India mainly focused on service sector. So obviously manufacturing sector was very strong in China, but in India that was weak to moderate. Service sector also growing in China, but in India there will be little dominant in India. China provide 30 to 40 million jobs under special economic zone, but in India only provide 2 to 3 million jobs under special economic. And China also given more important in agricultural sector, mainly focused on agro-based industries and export-oriented goods. But in India, there will be weak linkage between coastal area and rural agricultural development. So taken one case study in China, like Shenzhen city. Before special economic zone, it was a small village. But after introducing special economic zone in recent time, it was a global hub in the economy. And taken one case study in India like Noida, it was mainly focused on IT growth only. China also have some problem like environmental damage, inequality, and India also have some problem like land issues and underutilization. So in recent time also, China wants to transfer manufacturing sector to service sector. like IT growth and AI. And India also try to transfer manufacturing service sector to manufacturing sector because India believes that industrial growth are the main source of economic growth. So thank you. This is my part. I would like to call my friend Iksa to proceed further.
Thank you, Valika. Good morning, everyone. Myself Iksa Vera, roll number 78. Today I am going to present on the topic case study of special economic zone. So let's begin. First, the Mundra Special Economic Zone in Gujarat, developed by Adani Group. It is a multi-product special economic zone with an area of over 15,000 hectares. It has a port capacity of more than 200 million tons annually and over 200 companies. It provides employment to around 1 lakh people. It improves India's logistic efficiency and is one of the largest export hubs. Next one is the IT Special Economic Zone in Bangalore, Karnataka. It contributes around 35 to 40% of India's IT exports. It employs more than 15 lakh people with over 1,000 IT firms. It makes India a global IT outsourcing hub and increases foreign exchange earnings. And the third one is Navi Mumbai for free trade warehousing zone in Maharashtra. It covers about 300 hectares with large warehousing capacity. It located near Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. It handles a major share of container traffic. It reduces logistic cost and improves supply chain efficiency. And the fourth one is Sri City Special Economic Zone in Andhra Pradesh. It has over 200 companies from 25 plus countries and provides around 80,000 jobs. Major investors include Foxconn, Isuzu Motors and PepsiCo. It boosts manufacturing exports and attracts foreign investment. And the fifth one is SEZs on West Bengal. In West Bengal, special economic zones like SES, which is located at Kolkata, especially in New Town. It is an IT-based special economic zone covering around 40 acres with an investment of about 970 crores. It gives 16,000 jobs. The main focus is on software, BPO and IT services contributing significantly to export earnings. And the key issues is skill-based inequality. Now coming to the Odisha, the state has several special economic zones focused on manufacturing and services. Major examples like Tata Steel Special Economic Zone at Gopalpur and the other special economic zone like Vedanta and Hindalco for aluminium production and the Genpact Special Economic Zone in Bhubaneswar contribute to industrial growth, export and employment generation in the state. That's all from my side. I would like to call Sonali for further discussion. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am and my friends. Now I will discuss about common rules and policies for special economic zones. Every special economic zone divided into a processing area where along the special economic zone units would come up and a non-processing area where the supporting infrastructure is to be created. The special economic zone rules provided for different minimum land requirement for different classes of special economic zones. As we discussed above already, that there are various types of special economic zones like free trade zones, export processing zones, free ports, industrial estate. Each special economic zones need different classes, different types of lands. Government basically prepared these rules for the smooth functioning and development of special economic zones by preventing the problem of land grabbing and to promote exports, increase foreign direct investment and to promote various additional economic activities like job creation, infrastructure development, etc. All the special economic zone rules included in Special Economic Zone Rules 2006. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry has changed certain rules. These are rules. These rules are rule number 5, which is related to size of the Special Economic Zone. The minimum land area required for the manufacture of semiconductors or electronic components has been reduced to 10 hectares from 50 hectares earlier. Rule 7. It now allows the Board of Approval for Special Economic Zones to relax the condition that had required Special Economic Zone land to be encumbrance free.
Encumbrance free. Land is deemed to be encumbrance free if it doesn't have any legal claims, lines of ownership and against it, and when clear title of ownership and transfer can be established. Now, rule number 18. It now allows special economic zone units in semiconductor and electronics component manufacturing to supply domestically after paying the applicable duties. Now I will move forward special economic zone policy. The special economic zone policy was announced by the government in 2000, which was strengthened through Special Economic Zone Act 2005, which was passed by the Parliament in May 2005, got President assent on 23rd June 2005, and finally came into effect on 10th February 2006. Main objectives of this policy Special Economic Zone Act 2005 are generation of additional economic activity, promotion of goods and services, promotion of investment from domestic and foreign sources, creation of employment opportunities, development of infrastructure facilities. And the main characteristics of this act are geographically demarked area with physical security, administered by single body or authority. It is basically to reduce the role of intermediaries. Okay, so in third point is enjoy financial and procedural benefits, have separate custom area, liberal economic laws, no license required to import, full freedom of subcontracting. Apart from these rules and policies, government also focus on some financial support to develop the special economic zones, like 100% income tax exemption on export income for first 5 years, 50% for next 5 years, and exemption from central taxes, service taxes, and state sales taxes. But the World Trade Organization ruled that these export incentives are against its rules. Nations are not allowed to directly subsidize exports as it kills competition and distorts market prices. Even though these financial supports and exports from special economic zone increased from rupees 22,840 crore in financial year 6 to rupees 7,59,524 crore in financial year 21, India's special economic zones did not achieve the same explosive success as China. Now the question arises, why special economic zones are lost their sign in India? I saw an interview of Vishwajit Dhar, professor of economics at JNU and trade economist. After his interview, I got to know three important reasons. These three important reasons are discussed. First one is special economic zones did not get the desired infrastructure that was promised. And second one is the connectivity from these hubs to ports is extremely poor. Special economic zones did not deliver the expected results. These three reasons I want to highlight it. Now I will discuss about what are the recommendations government should take for the smooth functioning and development of special economic zones. Recommendations are I just able to find 5 recommendations. First is overall business and environment needs to improve. India needs special economic zone clusters and at the same time improve ease of doing business at large. Government proposed DES bill, development of enterprises and service hubs bill. DES bill means the success of the law will depend on effectiveness of implementation. Focus on environmental degradation, primarily driven by rapid industrialization and large-scale infrastructure projects. The problems are due to the industrialization and infrastructure projects, contamination of local water sources with industrial waste, increased air pollution from factory emissions, etc. These problems can be tackled by the use of renewable energy like solar, wind, and facilities for hazardous and non-hazardous waste, and so on. So, and the last one is which we have already discussed about the major issue of special economic zone development is land grabbing. Preventing land grabbing, which is the major disadvantage, it requires inclusive governance, secures local, customary and tenure rights. Thank you. This is from my side. And for the conclusion, I would like to invite Rakesh.
Good morning, everyone. I am Rakesh Sawan. My roll number is 46. I am here to conclude this session. As my friends have already explained that special economic zone act like powerful engine for industrial growth in a country. They help in boosting the economy by encouraging the businesses to produce and export more goods. They also help it attract foreign companies to invest, which brings money, technology, and new ideas into the country. They also create many job opportunities for people, improving their standard of living. Overall, SEZ play an important role in development, but their success is depend on proper planning and their implementation. With this, I want to conclude my session. Thank you.